Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for tuning in to another episode of the Generational Wrestling Podcast. As always, is yours truly, the 28-year-old piece of gold, the franchise, aka the showstopper, better known as the GOW's resident tribal chief. And with me, as always, I got my tag team partner, my brother, my family. He is the flyest in the room, Mr. 1, 2, 3. Pin that ass down, K Breezy, aka King Too Cold in the building. What's good, bro?
Man, what's good with the people? What's good with you, man? Let's get this thing going.
Yeah, man, because yeah, man, NXT
Yeah.
has definitely went in the shitter, but we'll talk about that in a second, man. All
Ah,
right.
man, it's
So the
definitely the developing stages. That's
yeah,
what we call it. It's definitely that.
it's in this what is that, the embryonic stage, right when you come out the thing to the thing. But all right, man. So we started off, man, with the brand new NXT Women's Champion. We got Mandy Rose. She came out and she was cutting a promo, talking about, she's pretty much the baddest bitch in the room. And I will say it has been a long time coming. Much like you and I have said, man, we feel like Mandy Rose going back to NXT, looking fast forward to the future, has been the best move for her. We also said the same thing about Finn Balor.
And her hair color change. Don't forget
And,
that.
and that hair color change. And you know what? Because we always talk about how Vince loves to push the blondes. Well,
Right.
it wasn't really
Made her a
working
brunette.
for her on the main roster. So she came to NXT as a brunette and she killing it with the Tomb Raider look. But then of course we got Io Shirai. Io Shirai comes out, her and Io, they exchange words. And then we get a camera pans to the backstage area. Of course, we get Zoe Stark get her ass whooped, but Io's nowhere to be found. And she like, you know what? Hey, there's one person I like less than Zoe Stark, and that's you. Then of course Toxic Attraction, they come out and they jump Shirai. And then we get Casey, Catanzaro, and Kaden Carter. They make the save on Shirai, which I actually kind of forgot about Casey and Kaden for a minute. But next week, man, we get a 3-on-3 tag team match. We get Mandy Rose, Toxic Attraction versus Io Shirai, Casey Catanzaro, and Kaden Carter. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm not mad at this one, man. What are you thinking? What are your thoughts?
I'm not mad as far as it being Io. We know who Io Shirai is. We love Io. So for someone with her name and reputation coming out and helping put the new champion over, man. Which when you say it like that, but you think Mandy Rose been in WWE for about 5 or 6 years now. She's been on the main roster, so it's not like she ain't. She's not someone new, man. She's someone that's been there, but they're trying to repackage her and rebrand her a little bit. So, uh, but to give her the proper due, look, she's come a long way. She's definitely found her niche and what she's doing now. And for someone like Io to come out, that'll be a legitimate person for her to beat, and to push her forward. So we'll see how they handle it moving forward. As far as next week, yeah, don't sound like a bad six-man tag, six-woman tag match. Actually, six people I actually kind of like. So yeah, let's see what they do.
Next up, of course, we get a segment. We get Duke's Poker Room with Duke Hudson and Cameron Grimes. They, visit this throughout the night. Then the next match of the night, we get Dakota Kai, the returning Dakota Kai. She goes one-on-one with Corey Jade. Ended up picking up the victory over Jade, of course. But Dakota kind of got like this new kind of off-kilter, kind of psychotic gimmick almost. It's like Luna Vachon meets Mojo Rawley with that damn thing on her face. Too cold, man. All right. We ain't gonna talk about this too long, but do you see this Dakota Kai getting a proper push? It seems like they stop and start with her a lot. I mean, I can't tell you how many times she's been on TV, all TV, come back, been on, been off, come back. Does this stick?
I don't know if I'm gonna like the twitchy Dakota Kai. The kind of going crazy, kind of snapped. Uh,
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how far they're going. I don't know. I have faith in her. I don't have faith in Vince and Bruce Pritchard. Even though they're the final say, and Shawn Michaels has helped producing, and Road Dogg, I believe, is still helped producing, the show, and working with the talent. So there's a little bit of faith, but it's only so much, and it's only gonna go so far.
All right, next up we get a segment with MSK. They're trying to tell us how they got the name, but of course a big ass bus came in the way, so we didn't get that. Then we get Zion Quinn and Robert Stone. Too cold, man. I ain't really about to waste too much time on that. Did you see? Did you see it at least?
Oh.
All right, good, good, good. So
I
you
I didn't yeah, no, I had no interest in that.
all right, good, man. So you saved me. You saved me from, telling you about the BS that was 2.0. Then we get a segment from Joe Gacy, of course. Then we get another segment. We get Electra Lopez and Zaya Quinn exchanging looks in the back. And then we'll follow that up with a tag team match. We get Legado del Fantasma. We get that boy, man. Von Wagner teaming up with Kyle O'Reilly. Legado ended up picking up the victory. Von Wagner ended up taking the pinfall. Too cold, man. What did you think of this match? More importantly, what did you think of the guy, man, Von Wagner, that they're pushing? Being the one to take that pinfall instead of Kyle O'Reilly.
Honestly, didn't expect him to take the pinfall. Um, all right, man. My man, I can't. I look. I get what they're doing, but and I like Del Fantasma. So they're a heel team. They cheated to win. I had no problem with that. But man, a lot of these people aren't ready. Wagner shows some promise, but he showed some promise. He was cool in the ring. The match was cool. It wasn't bad. It was cool. It was good. It was watchable. It's just I don't know, man. So much of the fluctuation of new people and just you know, it's like I want them to ease in some of these people, man. But I didn't expect them to take the loss. So
Yeah.
I guess it'd be growing pains. It could lead to a one-on-one, but I mean, we're going to get a whole bunch of veterans and going up against the young people. But the problem is all the young people about to come forward, and some of these veterans, it was finally their time to kind of shine, and now that's kind of been put on hold because I
Right,
don't know
right.
what to expect from Pete Dunne moving forward. I don't know what to expect, from Kyle O'Reilly moving forward. I don't know what to expect for groups like GYV. I'm Imperium. They seem to have be okay for right now, but yeah, there's some guys. It's like, man, we were kind of glad they finally got in NXT, so now we're gonna get to see them more. But yeah, it was a cool match. It was okay, but it's my interest that's being a hard thing to keep while watching the show.
Yeah. Before we move on, I know yesterday we supposed to have did the show, but we both clearly were, disinterested to say the least, which is bad, man, because I don't know, man. I don't even think Raw fell this hard, this quick as far as our interest levels. Like when you and I and most of the people started to start watching Raw, it was like slow graduation of being pissed off because Paul Heyman kind of reignited that for a lot of people for a minute. Then Paul kind of got the shit into the stick, but it wasn't like, okay, well, I'm done watching Raw. It was kind of like, all right, this is getting worse and worse and worse. This is getting worse very, very quickly at a very turbulent rate. Tuco, man, how much longer do you think NXT has? Now we know this. They've said that this is going to be the training ground, the proving center. We've already got that established. This is going to be to pretty much build their homegrown stars from the ground up. So you're going to have growing pains, right? But how much of this do you think the fans are going to take, especially the hardcore fans, are going to take? Because NXT was the alternative to Monday Night Raw and SmackDown as far as WWE. And now with the addition of AEW, you kind of took away the one thing that really made NXT so much different from Raw and SmackDown. I mean, yeah, it's its own thing, but it still got that WWE spit to it, that polish to it. Like even Eric Bischoff said, people don't want to watch a lesser version of Raw or SmackDown. How much longer do you think it'll be before people start turning the channel on NXT for good?
Um, maybe another year or so. I mean,
Mm,
right now I don't see no. It's still the same thing as what since the emergence of AEW. Um, it's kind of just it's been that kind of in limbo kind of show from time to time, and the new direction has put off a lot of the hardcore NXT fans that were constantly watching it because and some of them want to see some of these new guys, but a lot of them don't know any of these dudes. Well, but or they do know them, but you know, they don't like the direction that they're going in with them. So it's frustrating, but I I I can see NXT's kind of staying limbo in a certain place because you'll have maybe a younger audience watching it, but it won't be as it'll be big enough, but it won't be as big. Then again, I don't know with all the bright, colorful, colorful colors. Maybe that makes more kids want to watch it, and they keep consistency. I don't know. It, but I'm giving it another year. We'll see. We'll see how long Vince feels that the veterans aren't helping the young people grow the way he feels they should be growing. All right. We'll see how long before he puts the blame on them and then decide he wants to release them and let them go. So yeah.
I mean, my thing is, we're not wrestlers. We're not in the locker room. We're not in the
No,
backstage. But I
just
feel, I,
some side looking in.
but I feel like to me, just to me as a fan, like just as observing a spectator, person on the outside looking in, like you said, I feel like, man, you're kind of in a catch-22 if you're a veteran talent, because it's like, one, you bring in these new guys to kind of ease and phase the older, the old guard out, and either they're going to go to the main roster or they're going to probably get let go.
Right.
Or if the new guys don't get over in the way that Vince or the higher ups want them to get over, you're going to get the blame anyway, and probably going to be out the door even faster. But either way, that boot's still coming to the back of that ass. So I feel like, man, if I'm Tommaso Ciampa, it's like, hey, fuck you, Braun Breaker.
I mean, but I won't even say that for him because the fact that they even put the championship back on him,
Yeah,
one was a shocking thing in itself because I didn't expect him to win that fatal 4-way.
yeah, me neither.
I thought somehow Wagner was going to come in with the way they was talking and the way WWE events came in pushing, just throwing all these new young faces out there. Man, look, hey, I thought Wagner was going to fuck around and get the championship, and it was like he beat Pete Dunne, Kyle O'Reilly. I mean, not Kyle O'Reilly, LA Knight and Tommaso Ciampa. Like, they're not even if you want to say LA Knight so much, but Tommaso Ciampa and Pete Dunne, like, nah, I thought Pete Dunne. I wanted Pete Dunne to win. I wanted Pete Dunne to get that championship. I'm like, you got opportunity. It's championships up vacant. Samoa, it almost kind of bring me back to what Samoa Joe said. I don't see him coming back to be winning this championship. He's going to come back to end up putting over younger talent, and he may be healthy. He may not. He may decide, you know what, I'm done. Maybe I gotta really hang it up. But it's like I remember his message, and then to see what everything has become since that day, like wow, it's truly the end of an era and the beginning of a new one. But I'd like to think that there's some veterans that Vince respects enough and sees that no, this guy's really good. He has that moxie to be, that dude. And Ciampa has it. Pete Dunne has it. Johnny Gargano, he has it. Like, there's teams that GYV, they got it. There's teams. I mean, I'm a huge GYV, but they got something, man, to still put over and still get the young guys over. But I guess because we always look at it from the way Triple H always has done it. You always see that new passing of the guard of the new guys that are going to be kind of the new frontier of the NXT. So it was like when you saw the Usos and them leave, and then you got a FTR or the Revival coming in, and then you had DYE, and then you had the Authors of Pain, and then you kind of had that new core of tag teams, and you had that new group when you were getting Sami Zayn's and Finn Balor's and all them. Like when they as one group went away, the new group was coming in,
Right.
and they were making a name for themselves, and then they were doing what they were doing and putting on great matches. And I thought that's what we were going to get, but it's really just just the flooding of new talent, and some of the veterans, they're gonna be getting buried, and others they're gonna still get their wins while they can.
Well, speaking of wins, man. So of course we get a segment. This time we get a segment. We get that boy Trick Williams and that boy man, the North American champion, the self-proclaimed A champion with mellow shoots. He don't miss it. You get that boy Carmelo Hayes. They got a segment. Then of course you got Andre Chase. He pops up, and of course everybody thought his ass was dead. He comes out to the ring, man, after being called a coward after how he acted at Halloween Havoc. He lays out a challenge, man. He says if anybody wants to get a PhD and an Andre Chase ass whooping, bring your ass on down to the ring. And who came out, man, is that boy, man. You hear them sirens. Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker came out, broke his ass off, went to the back and did his thing, but not before cutting a promo. And he said, you know what? You're right, Champa. You're absolutely right. You're the man at NXT. You run NXT. You're right. But if you think me and you done, nah. Me and you, we're gonna fight for that thing. We're gonna run it back. And I'm gonna die trying. But guess what? Me and you, we ain't done yet. Of course, Tommaso Ciampa, he feels some type of way. He comes out, he confronts him. And then what do we hear in the background, man? We get that music. We get that infamous Johnny Gargano music, and Ciampa don't even look back. He keeps looking forward at the ring, and he's holding on to Goldie. So I'm like, okay, this is a very interesting dynamic. I'm not really. I think it's a little too late to try to run it back with these two, but I don't know, man. I don't know.
It's
I don't know.
never too late to run it back with a Johnny Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa. Uh, Two different types of people as far as characters and who they are. Then who they were when that story and that at that juncture of time, it was them establishing who they were and what they were about. Now they've established who they were and what they're all about, and they've done great things. So we already know them to be the G's that they are. So it's never too late for it. Could we see it as a one-off? Sure, because we know it would be a great match. Let's just be honest, man. Who's not going to watch a Johnny Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa if the championship is on the line? Dude, let's go. Or it's for a number one contendership to get the title, whatever. Who's not going to want to watch it? I'm going to watch it. You're going to watch it. Whoever's watching this is going to watch it. So, yeah, it was cool. Like I said, we got Johnny Gargano come out, and then I guess him. It led to a tag team match later on, but. I don't know if we're gonna get we could get a DIY reunion maybe soon coming up, but I don't know. We'll see where they go with this.
Too cold, man. There's very few people that can do what we do on the mic. And I said we, damn it, I'm putting us up there in the elite. I don't give a damn. I'm confident. You got DJ Envy, you got Charlamagne the God, you got Wendy Williams. And then we got your favorite host, Lash Legend.
Oh, fuck you, dude. It's too early for all the cussing, and you making me cuss at you, dude. Man, you know what? I didn't even watch this. You ain't even got to talk. I didn't even watch it. I'm just being honest. I didn't even watch it.
Oh man, it's okay. It's okay. Lash Legend. He loves you. He loves you.
I'm like, why is he naming these people off? And then you had to say her name. Like, dude, I can't. Oh my god, I can't. Oh, dude, come on.
Oh my god.
Come on, let's finish this up, man. I gotta go cook some spaghetti, man.
All right, next up, man, we got Solo Sikoa. He beat the shit out of a bum. Then we get a seg. A bum. Hey, NXT didn't give a shit to give him a name, so neither do I. and then and then we got and then we get a segment with I think one of our favorite new tag teams, man, Briggs and Jensen. I thought they had a pretty dope little promo. And then of course, man, so we get that boy Grayson Waller versus Boa. Boa ended up whooping his ass. And yeah, man, that was pretty much it, man. That was pretty much it. Pretty much it. A very uneventful NXT. I mean, goddamn, bro. I mean, we bullshitted for about 10 minutes and still ain't hit 20 minutes yet. Yeah, man. So with that being said, tonight is Wednesday night. You know what that means. We got AEW Dynamite tonight. Hey man, somebody got to feel the time, Tuco.
Oh man, the fact that you just rolled that out like that, I ain't mad at you for doing it, but that's just how the show kind of came off, man. This was I say, man, out of a 5, this was maybe a 1.5, 2-star show, man. It was really 2.5. You want to be nice, but I don't want to be nice, so I'm gonna say a 2. Shit,
Hey,
man.
bro, man,
It wasn't. It wasn't interesting. It just, dude. That's why we didn't do a show last night. I texted him and said, dude, I don't even feel hyped to do a pre-show for NXT. Like, it's not even like it don't even. I don't even feel energy to want to do it. And it's like, dude, I just wasn't feeling it. So it's like, nah, this. But I'm over here playing. But it's fine. Trust me, the dogs do worse. They always making a show. Yeah, it's yeah, man, it was just, it just wasn't but tonight in about 2 hours, oh nah, bro, we coming with a pre-show for that Dynamite, baby. Oh no, you best believe we coming right back with that for that Dynamite tonight, man, especially with the news of Moxley. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about the CM Punk, the what people are saying to be the downfall for AEW and how they've wasted the return to CM Punk, which I don't believe that to be. I think folks are just being impatient about certain things and just, hey, you know how folks get, man. So we gonna talk about a lot of stuff before the show come on. So we coming on at 7:30 because we gotta talk some of this news and get ready for Dynamite because we gotta find out who's gonna face Orange Cassidy. Then of course we got Anna Jay versus Hayter in the TBS tournament. And then of course we got that boy Cody Rhodes going up against that one and only Andrade. So yeah, man, we got a lot to talk about, man. It's gonna be a kind of a wonderful night, and I'm hoping we get a little bit more from the Kofi, not Kofi Kingston.
See, it's people like you why Vince makes sure that two people can have the same name.
Oh man, the Eddie Kingston and CM Punk. I hope we get a little bit of something more from that. Maybe set up something for Rampage this Friday. But I
Hey,
tell you, boy, I
you,
tell you, oh
you know
boy.
what's crazy? If Eddie Kingston went to WWE, how much you want to bet they gonna say him and Kofi brothers and make a whole new team 3D?
He's gonna be the fourth brother of the New Day. He gonna be the fourth member of the New Day. Ah man, but yeah, man. So that was NXT. But yeah, we're gonna be back in a couple hours. So we're gonna talk that AEW with y'all, man, because it's Wednesday night, and y'all know what that means. I'm Too Cold. He's the franchise. We'll see y'all in a minute, man.